Now the next thing is charging these glow sticks, these things. I call them glow sticks anyway, or glow plug igniters, or whatever you want to call them. When you buy them, they'll come with a charger. Now some chargers are rather naff, if you want to put it with. Now I've got one here. It's actually attached to something else I made. Right, I'll put it there. Right, I'll tell you about this in a minute. Right? Later on. Right, but it's got a brick. People call them a brick. It's a charger. Right, that's a charger there. Now I don't like this charger because there's no LED to tell you it's switched on. Right, it's the right charger for one of these glow sticks. It's the right one, but it's an old one. There's no LED. Now you can get ones, I'm going to show you one, what's got an LED on. You can get ones what's got simple timing circuits in. They've got a red LED when it's on charge, and that LED will change to green when it's charged. Bone of contention is, you read the manual, what this comes with, and it'll possibly say, put on charge for 8 hours or until the battery feels warm. So i.e., put it on charge for 8 hours, and when this feels warm to the touch, you take it off charge. Now, my perception or my touch of something being warm can be totally different to John's, to somebody else's out there. Somebody might work in the frozen food industry and their hands is cold all day. And then they get all of that, oh, that's hot, that. Then you'll get somebody who works in a foundry or blacksmithing or glassworks where it's hot all day, and they'll get hold of the battery and they'll say, oh no, that's not hot, that's cold. So that's one what doesn't have a light on, right? I'll talk about this in a minute. This one, I'm not advertising the name, it's got a light on. Basically, you plug it in, that light won't come on until you plug that bit, that end there, into the glow starter. So plug that in there, plug that into the wall, and it's on, it's working. Simple as. Then 8 hours go by, it's charged. Well, yes and no. On this one, on this type, you can feel it's warm, because you're old. This is the downside of these ones. The battery is inside an aluminium case. Well, we all know aluminium is a heatsink. For all I know, yeah, it might be warm on the outside, but the battery in there is actually cooking. It's getting too hot. Now, I haven't brought it. I should have brought it with us. I've made a proper charger to take that battery out, put it in, put it on charge. I haven't brought it with us. Silly me. But there you go. So that's that one. Now, excuse the brand name, because I'm not pushing brands, but the better alternative way to charge your glow plugs up, not your glow plugs, your glow sticks, is with an intelligent battery charger. There's thousands different makes out there, thousands. Now, they'll do your LiPo batteries, or lithium ion batteries. They'll do NiCad batteries. They'll do nickel metal hydrate batteries, and they'll do PB. And people, what the hell's PB? And that's your lead acid batteries, right? And that's I'll hide the name, right? I'll hide the name. That's one of these chargers, right? Now this one, it doesn't have a power supply attached to it. The power supply is a separate power supply, but it works off 240 volt mains, which like drops the voltage down to 12 volt, or when you get a lead to connect it to 12 volt battery. Now, as I say, this thing, this button here, this screen lights up. I haven't brought the power supply with us or anything. It'll battery type. So you scroll through the LED screen and you find your battery type. Then you'll set your amperage and all that sort of stuff, and you set go. Then 20 minutes, 30 minutes later, it'll beep and tell your battery is fully charged. Now, then once after it's fully charged, it'll drop down to a trickle charge. Now, in this one and others, they've got a built-in timer. After so long, if you leave it unattended, it'll switch itself off. Right? Good. Now then. I don't want to try and get you bogged down and complicated. The best thing you can do, because life gets in the way. You can be sitting doing something, there's a knock on the door, oh, can you help us with something? Before you realise it, there's 4.5 hours gone by. You've realised you've left your battery on charge. Now, these are fairly safe. I've never known these to catch fire. They might go bang, but I've never known any of these NiCads, as you wouldn't call them, or little metal hydride, catch fire. Lithium ion batteries, them's the new buzzword regarding batteries, they can catch fire. And there's some instances of that happening, but I'm not going to go through there. So, it's been on charge for 8 hours, one of these. And, right, you've gone out and you've had a bit of fun. Some people may think you need to put it on charge for another 8 hours. You don't. My rule of thumb, and this is what I've come across, is it only needs to go on charge for about an hour and a half. And that brings the battery back up to where it used to be, fully charged. Now, old school and new school. Old school is you use a plug-in-the-wall timer. Now, excuse the name brand. I can't do that with a brand. It's one of these. That side there's a male plug, plugs in the UK socket. This side, it's got the female socket, which you plug, you charge your into, like that. As I say, this one doesn't have an LED. There's no LED light on it whatsoever. Never had one. But there, on the charger, it's a little pinhole there. There's a little LED light, right? That comes on when this is switched on, when it's timing. Now, complicated, try not to be complicated. This on the outside, this in the middle, I'll bring it around. I don't want to get, is a 24-hour clock, round that, that's 24 hours. So if I set it off to go now, to go around, it'll go tick, 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 and it'll go around for another it'll take a full day to go all the way around. And what you can do with these, each one, there's a black ring, each one of these little things round there is a black ring. Getting complicated. Each one of these black ring is a little switch. Each one of those little switches equal 15 minutes. So if you put one switch down, it's 15 minutes. Put 2 switches down, that's a half an hour, so on and so forth. Now I've got it set for an hour and a half. No matter where you put it on the dial, it'll only start when you switch it on and it comes to the right port or the right part to set the timer away. Now I've gone from 1 o'clock to like 3:30 type thing, an hour and a half. Now you might hear it, but you might not. But it goes round. Now it's switched on because the light's not on, but then it clicks off. It's now off. That light in there will go off. It'll go around again. It'll take a full day to go around again, full 24 hours, till it hits them switches what's been pushed down. Timer goes on, tick, tick, tick. An hour and a half later, it's off. Dead safe, dead simple. I encourage you to get one of them for your charging, whether it's your glow sticks or your main charger, whatever it is, because you can never leave it on charge. The modern way to do it, we all have one, mobile phone. Most mobile phones has got an alarm. You can set your alarm, say, I want to put, and if it's your mobile phone's like my mobile phone, when the alarm's set and the gun's off, it won't go off till you finish, if you actually physically switch it off. So you're thinking to yourself, why is my alarm going off my phone? Oh, right, I've left them batteries on charge. So you can go and switch them off. Now, my garage, my workshop, is in my garden. So It's wired up to the house electrics via a cable going to the garage, but it's wired by 30 amp, the full amp, 30 amp switch, plug, socket, whatever you want to call it. And on that switch, it has a red neon light. Now when I'm finished in the garage, I switch it off. So no matter what, if I've left anything on the garage, it's automatically switched off. If you've got sheds or garages, you might have an alarm system, I don't know. But peace of mind, if you're messing around with batteries, switch it off. Because if that battery goes up in smoke, everything in your workshop can go up smoke. Now, I'll give a shout out to a guy, he's on YouTube. He's having a bad time of it recently. He bought a lithium-ion battery from wherever, and he was trying to make himself a golf buggy. But cut a long story short, his shed caught on fire, and the source of the fire was this lithium-ion battery. And he had a hell of a do with the insurance company. He had to get a fire, but they all do, when they get a fireman's report, a firefighting report, incident report, if you want to put it that way. That the battery wasn't connected, there was nothing on top of the battery, there was nothing nowhere near the battery just erupted. And it set fire to his workshop. And he had, as I say, he had a hell of a do on with the insurance company to get his money to start sorting his workshop out. And unfortunately, a year and a half later, he wasn't feeling very well, and he's been diagnosed with stage 4 cancer. So he's only sorting his workshop out, and he's got stage 4 cancer. So where'd he gone from there? He's getting treatment. Hopefully he's going to make a recovery. But the battery wasn't plugged into anything. They're very dangerous. Go on the internet and have a look at these batteries catching fire. Be very, very aware of them. So that's it basically. Any issues, any bits you want verifying, just we'll do a bit. Now this thing here, I'll put it in shot. I made this, and what it is a glow plug charger stroke discharger. So made the lot, right? A piece of aluminium, some aluminium. I'll unplug it all, right? Wrap it out. Sorry if this is like in there. I've made glow plugs. They look like a glow plug, and they're wired up the same as a glow plug, wired next positive anyway. So you put your right, you put that in there, right? It's on the glow plug, right, down. Now on here in the front there's a switch. Might be hard to see, but you've got off in the middle. Switch it down, it's charged. Switch it up and it's discharged, because on the back there's a resistor, and that acts basically like a bulb. If you want to discharge your glow stick for a full proper slow charge, just get a bulb, put the bulb in, leave it in, it'll go flat, then put it on charge. And as I say, the rule of thumb is, the ones what I've got in red, 8 hours until it becomes touch warm, and then that's it, it's charged. So I hope that's helpful. As I say, there's different ones. This is one I made. It's actually 2 subsea batteries and a clip, and I just made it because I had spare batteries. Glows, does the job. There we go. So hopefully this has been interesting and helpful. Now the next video, if you're interested, will all be about nitro fuel. There's different types, different makes, different brands. Yeah, I know all that. But how to keep your nitro fuel, because nitro fuel is nasty stuff. So the next video, if you want, we'll do about nitro fuel. Thank you very much, everybody. Sorry I'm getting a bit tongue-tied and all that sort of stuff. Trying to get a lot in a short time. But I hope you find it, even if it makes gets one person interested, or oh, I didn't know that, then it's been worth it. Some of you might already know what I've been going on about, but some of you might not. Now, on the internet, there's 1,001 videos about nitro cars, aeroplanes, boats, you name it. And some of them skip round what you need to know, basics. Some of them don't. They give you the full or this is what you do and this is not what you do and all that sort of stuff. So anyway, I hope it's been helpful. Thank you very much, everybody, and I'll see you next time. Thank you. Bye bye.